Well, a big welcome back to the Humble Climb podcast. A massive thanks to Rashid, Salim and Luke for coming on the episode before this one. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, head back and have a look. It's a pretty cool episode and lots of laugh, but those boys are doing amazing things within the football industry and their academy, the way that they're doing things. So please check it out. A massive thank you once again to our sponsors that continue to show us plenty of love and help fund this amazing project that we've got. Starting off with Gigi Hair and Kids, incredible. Mate, I reckon you might need it trimmed someday soon, mate. So I know where to send you. Barbecue Brothers Catering. When the run's all done, mate, we'll get a nice spit down there and get it happening. But Andrew and the crew are amazing. Body Contour and Laser Clinic. Everyone knows I need a bit of that. Of course, going on Bonza Snowballs, probably the most amazing marshmallows and everything that you can have as a bit of a sugar treat. So again, Jack, I'll pass one on along the run. And last but not least, the B&A Car and Truck Repairs. They're doing amazing things with the Anagnostiatis family, continuing to kick goals the way that they are. So I can't thank them for their constant support. We've got a returning guest, which is the first time ever on the Humble Climb, which is pretty cool. And it's another good reason why he's on. But Big Jack Chopper Hanley, welcome back, brother.
Thanks for having me on, mate. It's an honour. Two-timer.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm pretty privileged.
We've been talking about this for a little while, and you gave us a little snippet in the last episode, 7 months back?
Yep.
And said that you were working on something. So for those who are not across it, I'm going to let Jack take the reins because I think you should deserve. I reckon you're the one doing all the work, mate, so you should be the one to announce what's happening. Talk to us.
So starting October 15th, I'll be running 50K a day for 50 days to raise funds and awareness for our Out of the Blue mental health and wellbeing program run out of De La Salle.
So was this, when we had discussed and had you on last time, was this what you were talking about?
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So I've had this in my mind from probably about January this year.
Yeah.
But then after I finished the 100K fundraiser run we did and felt pretty good doing it, I was like, that's it. I want to do this.
Yeah, some would say crazy.
Oh, I think some would, but man, I love it.
Mate, I've never met, so off air we're talking with Jack just for everyone to know. And I'm like, mate, how you going? He's like, man, I just can't wait to get into it. Like, I'm that pumped. There's this 50K a day. This includes weekends, correct? Saturday, Sundays, the whole lot.
Yeah, so 50 days in a row, 50K every day.
Yeah. I'm going to ask a question that probably everyone is asking, and I asked it very seriously. Why?
I love the challenge of it. I love running. Two big passions of mine outside my work is running and raising awareness for mental health. So I thought, why not combine the two together and make a big challenge out of it.
Hey, it's incredible. So you're starting on thing now. You had the last time we joked about it that you almost looked a bit like Ned Brockman, but recently you actually got to meet him. Talk to us about that.
I did meet him. I went for a run around with him around the tan about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Really? It's pretty cool to meet him. He's a ripper bloke.
How'd that come about?
So Puma had an event thing on that you could sign up to on Instagram. So I just signed up to it. And it was a few laps around the tan, meet and greet him, have a chat to him. But mate, he's a ripper bloke.
We spoke with a few mates of ours just before we got on the podcast, but mutual mate of ours. But the most incredible thing that I find fascinating is that you're working during this whole thing, correct?
I will be working full
Incredible.
time. So it's going to be tough, but mate, I love it. I'm up for the challenge, and the thing that is going to help me through it is seeing other people come down and get involved. That's what inspires me to do stuff like this. When I see other people having a crack and come down, raise awareness around mental health, get amongst the community, get a conversation going, mate, there's nothing better.
Mate, I find it just absolutely amazing. Quite genuinely, the fact that because you're in landscaping, yeah.
Landscaper, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So you're genuinely going to be working every single day, Monday to Friday.
So my boss is supportive of the run, which is good. Yeah. So I'm going to be working 7 till sort of 2:33 every day.
And then off you go straight to do the run.
Off we go.
And 50Ks, how long are you anticipating each will take?
So it's going to probably take me anywhere sort of between 4.5 to 5 hours, or hopefully the body holds up. So that's the plan.
And so I know the route of, well, I guess, what you're going to be doing Monday to Friday, but for a lot of people who may not be following or who are new to the channel, can you sort of talk us through what's the sort of plan of attack with the run?
Yeah, okay. So during the week, it's going to be the same location every week. and the same time we're starting. So it'll be 4:00 during the week. On Mondays, it'll be down at Albert Park. Tuesday will be 50 on the treadmill down at the Hustler Gym, which will be a good challenge.
Shout out to the Hustler Gym as well, because Marcus LeGreca is one of the best humans that you could possibly meet.
Mate, legend.
And they've got their new gym opening up in Mount Waverley, I think.
Mount Waverley. So that's where I'll be doing the 50K every night.
Shout out to those boys, because I can see what they're doing and putting literally all together, all the equipment and everything. I don't know the other guys, I'll be honest, but I know Marcus very well. He's an absolute gentleman of a human.
Oh, no, he's great. He's helped me. He's had me on a program, getting me ready for this. So
funny story about Marcus, you may not know, but he was used to study, I think, from memory, property. He was studying property at uni many years ago, I'm talking, and he actually came out with me one Saturday and just came with me to see what real estate was like, to get a bit of an understanding. And that's how I met him.
Yeah.
And he's one of the nicest. I'm calling him a kid because he's always like he's younger than me, but he's a gentleman. So best of luck to Hustler Gym as well, if they're listening and watching. But it's awesome that they're getting behind you.
Yeah, no, they're unbelievable.
So Albert Park Monday,
Hustler Tuesday, Wednesday will be Caulfield Park.
Yep.
Thursday will be the Tan.
Yep.
And Friday will be around Duncan McKinnon.
Yeah, so local.
Yeah. And Friday night, we're hoping to probably get a barbecue going, maybe a few beers. So after you run, you can come down, you can have a drink and something to eat.
That's awesome.
Maybe a bit of music as well.
And Saturday, Sundays are going to be different locations?
So Saturday, Sunday, I'll post the night before. So they're probably going to be loops, which I'll post the night before with the time as well, or out and backs along the beach, stuff like that. So
can you give us an example, and I'm sorry to ask, but can you give us an example of what type of loop you might do?
So for example, it might be starting at Morty on a Saturday and we'll run 25 all the way towards Port Melbourne and 25 back.
Yeah, okay. Right, okay.
So and then it might be along Gardeners Creek as well. So I'll post the loop the night before. So if anyone wants to get involved, they can.
So for people that are not following for whatever reason, talk to us, which is silly if you're not, but now is an opportunity. Your Instagram handle, what is it?
It's the Crazy Running Man.
I love it. It's awesome. And obviously there'll be plenty of ads and mentions throughout our own channel as well. So make sure you get around the great man. Now you've had a few sponsors jump on board, which is amazing.
But we've actually got a new sponsor on board, which is helping out with the run.
Talk to us about the sponsor.
New Balance.
Wow.
So Mitch Knight down from New Balance has sponsored the run and sent me out all the running and all the runners I need and all the gear I need. So massive thanks to them.
So we're all about the New Balance, and I think you've got them on as we speak as well.
Got the hat on, mate. Got to keep the sponsors happy.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how did that come about? Because
it was actually through one of my mates that I went to school with. He is good mates with this bloke called Mitch, and he told him about what I was doing, and then he got in contact with me and said, mate, I'd love to get on board and sponsor you and help you out. Love what you're doing. And I was like, mate, that would be unreal. So very much appreciated, because it's going to help me out massively.
Any podcasts?
And big thanks to the Humble Climb podcast for getting on board, of course.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, mate. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm very appreciative, mate.
Mate, I just can't believe what you're doing. It's going to be an incredible feat. With everything, and I genuinely want to try and get one day, not from a run point of view, far from.
Well, what were we talking about off air, mate?
I'm thinking about potentially bringing down a scooter and just keeping you company, man, and getting Braden down there recording a bit of content would be pretty cool, just to keep you going. Might have like an Aussie flag and a Greek flag on a scooter or something like that.
Oh, mate, I love
Best
it.
of both worlds. But I just love what you're doing, and with the run on the. So you're still running on Saturday, November, or Sunday? I think it's Sunday, November 26th. Are you still running then?
Yeah, I will be.
So hopefully that day you can.
That one will be with Run for Rob.
Yeah, amazing.
So that will be running. We'll be running with Run for Rob that day.
So that'll be a 50Ks that day.
50K.
You'll probably.
I might have to do the 60.
I was going to say, knowing you'll probably do this.
Not do the 60.
You'll probably do the 60, which is amazing.
Big shout out to Run for Rob as well. It's a great day, so come down, get involved, mate. It was one of the greatest days I've been a part of last year.
I've never done it before. Not run, but I've never been to it before, so I'm so pumped this year.
It was great last year, and like to see Dave McCarthy's effort of running 60K, and shout out to him as well. I think he's doing it over in the UK. He's getting a few Ks in at the moment. So
I want to talk to you about your running. Not style or pattern, but more your process. So are you running with music and podcasts? What are you doing? Or are you just nothing and just off you go?
So if I'm running by myself, I'm usually music.
Yeah.
So but do a lot of the runs with my mates as well. And that's the whole aim about this run as well. Like we want to get as many people involved. Doesn't matter If you don't know anyone, come down, get amongst the community, start talking, and literally you start running. You run 10K and it feels like you've run 2. So that's what it's all about.
Amazing. So if you're by yourself, you're cranking the tunes. What have you got going, like a Beyonce or something? Or?
No, I've got a few bangers going on the SoundCloud.
Awesome. That's awesome. And then obviously you're doing a lot of it with mates. So I imagine the first couple of days, especially, lots of people will be running with you, and as many people that will be getting around you as possible to keep you company and in doing what you're doing. Is there any genuine fear at all, or nervousness or?
No, I'm confident I can do it. I've put in everything I've done this year has sort of led me to this point. Like I've put myself through a few different situations and sort of trained the way I have to sort of get to this point. Obviously, there's always going to be the unknown. Yeah. But I'm going to give it a red hot crack.
Yeah. Serious question as well. Throughout any part of your run, so if you do 50 or when you did the 100K before, did you stop on the 100 at all to walk?
We didn't stop to walk, no walking, but we stopped. Obviously, there's a couple of toilet breaks and have a drink and a gel. So it was, I think we stopped in the 100. It might have been 10 minutes all up. Incredible. I'm just genuinely flabbergasted by this whole thing. Like I walk 2Ks and I'm exhausted. So I actually get shin splints. I do genuinely got shin splints. I'm not even joking. So no, I did want to mention that because I find I look at certain people, like I go to Muscle City in here in Mount Waverley. I don't know if you've ever been there. That's where I've been going Bentley.
Oh, do you go to Bentley? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I go to the Mount Waverley one a lot. And if I sometimes forget on the treadie, and again, I'm not doing a very light run, right? This is genuine. But if I forget my my AirPods sometimes and I'm not listening to music, I get so bored.
Yeah.
Incredibly bored. Like, especially if there's no one. And because I'm not at a fitness level that you're at, I can't exactly hold a conversation with my mate next to me and work out. Because like I'm working at a high pace. And I just get bored on a treadie. What's your advice for a lot of people that are similar in that level? Like I'm sure you've been through it yourself, maybe at times, whether it be running around the block when you were obviously a lot less fitter than what you are now, or running on the treadie. You're obviously a running expert, but no, by all means now, quite genuinely. What do you do to get yourself out of those moments?
Well, the thing that I love most about running, and I always I recommend it to people so much, is that if you consistently run every week, you see improvement that quickly. You sort of, if you first 3 to 4 weeks, if you can just, go once, twice, 3 times a week, you'll see the improvement. And the feeling that you get after a run, it's hard to explain. Well, for me personally, it gives me more energy for the rest of the day. Yeah. And I just love it.
That's incredible, man. I just think it's what you're doing. And obviously with the mental health, touching on that, how is your mental health?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's very good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Gone well. Gone very well.
Has there been any times this year which I guess you've struggled with it?
Yeah, definitely. I had a little bit of a dull patch mid-year where I sort of slipped back into a few bad habits.
Yep.
But I speak about it with friends, family, psychologists, and you know what? You work through it and you come out the other side.
Are you the type that when you have a slip up or something, I'm always interested to know about this. Are you the type that hammers yourself? Or
afterwards?
Yeah. Or can you sort of learn from it, let it go?
So I get pretty disappointed in myself only because I've got a fair bit of guilt and shame around it, which I'm glad I feel that, because if I didn't, I'd keep doing it, sort of thing. But yeah, no, I'll come back from it pretty quickly.
I love that.
You get yourself back into your routine, and it's not the end of the world. No one's perfect in life, and you're gonna stuff up along the journey, and sometimes you take a few steps backwards, but then you launch yourself forward.
I think I don't know. I think we're all entitled to, especially with what you're doing. Your impact's greater than your last mistake.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
no, I like it.
I don't know. I've started using that a little bit lately. Within myself. Where there might be something that goes off track that it could be this little thing, like for me, like not speaking nicely to a friend or a mum, or because I'm pissed off at myself or pissed off about something.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, I don't like what I did there, but again, what I'm trying to do in the world, And again, I know it sounds very wankerish,
No, it's good.
but I don't think anyone deserves more bigger credit than you, to be quite honest with you. But your impact is bigger than your last mistake. I really love that, and I've been using it a lot lately. I don't know what your thoughts are around that one.
Yeah, no,
but
I like the saying. No,
yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah, it's actually come up with myself.
Oh.
Copyright Dimension. But mate, I just thought it's just something that that helped me through a lot of times more recently, because I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck, we're gonna make mistakes along the way, and like, who's to say that you don't hypothetically, I hope it's not the case, but on the last day of your run that you get a bit extra excited and you celebrate a bit more than what you should have.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know what, man? You've done it for a cause. I mean, I'm not saying to let you off the hook, but I'm not saying, it's not the worst thing you've done either in the world, really.
Yeah, 100%.
So I just find that really, really interesting. Now, talk to me about the Out of the Blue, because it's a workshop, or it's a program, I should say, run out of the DLSL Footy Club.
Yep.
Just side note. Congratulations on the best and fairest.
Thanks, mate. I didn't think you were going to bring that one up.
yeah, mate. I'm well researched, mate. Reserves best and fairest DLSL. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing, though.
Yeah, it's an honour to win it.
Well, you must be a Hanley footballer.
Yeah.
Where'd you win it from? What posse?
Oh, playing in the midfield, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you just engine.
You can run all day.
Goal kicking or?
Didn't kick too many this year.
Just a couple?
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. But talk to me about the work, the work that DLSL Footy Club is doing with his Out of the Blue, because obviously I haven't been down there in a long time, I'll be honest, but I went to school there, so I thought it was going to hold a special place in our heart. Talk to us about what you're doing with this and what's been happening this year.
Yeah. All right. So the Out of the Blue program was started up sort of towards the back end of 2022 by Ed Clinch. I'm not sure if you know Clinchy.
Yeah.
So Clinchy and Lauren Evans. So after our run that we did earlier on this year, with the money we raised, we've been able to run mental health workshops, get guest speakers. We had Tom Boyd come down, do a big talk to everyone. We're in the mix of getting a club psychologist for staff, players, spectators. And yeah, we're just sort of trying to create change and get people to speak up that are struggling out there. Because for a long time, especially in footy clubs, it was sort of, you can't speak about how you're feeling, sort of big manly place. But we're really changing that at DLR. Awesome. And the culture at DLR at the moment is the best it's been in a long time, on and off the field.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And with these workshops that you're running, are you running them for, I guess, fans, spectators, and the teams, or is it just
absolutely.
teams? Or
absolutely, fans, spectators, teams, staff, family. Anyone's more than welcome to come down.
Amazing. And the last run, if you don't mind me asking, how much total ended up being raised?
We ended up running, it was about 31,500.
Incredible. And what's sort of the goal for this one? Is there a goal?
So I've put in the goal of 50.
Yep.
But yeah, anything, we're happy with anything.
Man,
if anyone's happy to donate or got a spare dollar, all donations are greatly appreciated.
And tax deductible as well.
Exactly.
I think that's
exactly right.
I think that's what a lot of people forget, is that donations are tax deductible.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know how much money I've donated to charities, but it's all worth it. And again, because they are tax deductible, like the accountant looks at it, he's like, how much this year, Dim? Here we go. But it's good. It is awesome. And I think it also is even better when it's for such a good cause like what you're doing. Wanted to ask you again, and another question with it all is, have you had, since your experience now, and I guess you're not the lead singer of the, I guess, I don't mean it that way, but you're not the front man of the Out of the Blue, but in some respects maybe you are. Have you had people personally start to contact you that may have been struggling or X, Y, Z? Yeah,
I've had people have a chat to me if they're not going too well, and I'm always happy to help people out, and that's pretty much what it's all about. Like, if we can raise awareness and get people to speak up, because for a long time I used to run away from it.
Yep.
I used to hide it through certain things that I did, and that's just what we want to do. Just make the change.
Dumb question. And again, I've always
no questions,
mate.
No questions, dumb.
It's and it's probably maybe a silly question, but I'll ask you it. We've spoke previously about you've overcome the hurdle of gambling, as an example. Now with spring racing coming up, how do you go with that on treating yourself? Because there's going to be people out there. Like I'll give you a great example. Actually, I went too crazy on the AFL Grand Final.
Yeah,
I went stupid on the AFL Grand Final. Like when I say stupid, like I did $200, which I lost. But I just I normally do 50. I did 200 this year. I don't know why, but I just did it. There'll be people out there that'll be seeing this app that are like, yeah, I can relate to that. Obviously, spring racing, you get a whole bloody day off to watch a horse go around a track for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
With the races now?
Yeah.
Well,
or such an emphasis on spring racing, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I to be honest with you, now, like I'm on Derby Day, for example, this year, I'm running a car park. So I run a car park at the races.
That's awesome.
And I love it. I won't drink. I won't punt, but like the social side of things, I love it. So that's sort of how I still stay.
And you're still going to run that day?
Yeah. So we're starting 3:00 in the morning that morning.
Oh, wow, man.
Been looking forward to that one for a while, did we? About that one in the goals.
So you won't drink?
Won't drink.
You won't punt?
Won't punt.
That is incredible. And you'll get up at 3 a.m. in the morning
we'll get up
to go for a 50K run so you can go to the car park. That is a freaking incredible. You should put the suit on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like when I used to go to the races, you know how you meant to go to the races, spring carnivals, social side of thing. I used to go there and I was just fixated to punting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even care about the social side.
Yeah.
So now I've just said to myself,
let it go.
Let go of the punt and go there and enjoy the day and socialise with people.
I love the fact that
you can have that much fun there still.
Mate, I love the fact that you can still put yourself in that situation and it's not like, well, no, I can't go. Like, for me, that's a great example of what I wanted to almost talk about, because I'm talking like the fact that you're even putting yourself in that where you can say, no, I'll go with my mates, but I know my boundaries.
Yeah.
And also add in, 3 a.m. in the morning run.
Can't wait.
Mate, that is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Have you done it before?
Starting that early.
Or have you been in the races before where you haven't drunk or haven't punted?
Yeah, so last year was the first time. So I ran a car park in the nursery last year. Okay. So I had all my mates come in. So
Flemington.
Yeah. So on Derby Day, so you're going to go in there, drive your car in, set up the marquee, tables, chairs, bring all the alcohol in, so all the catering and the food. And I went there last year. I had a ball.
And you didn't drink?
Did not drink, did not punt.
Man, I think I'd love you even more. That's incredible.
So, that's the way I look at it is you can't, obviously it doesn't work for me punting and doing that sort of stuff, but I still want to get amongst it and be with my mates and enjoy the day. Do you
enjoy now your mindset's changed and you enjoy the challenge of it? So hypothetically, knowing that you're going to be in the environment that such as the races where you're not going to drink or not going to punt, which is the two number one things that most people will do with the races. Yeah. But do you think you look forward to the challenge of that?
Yeah, definitely.
Now?
Now I know I definitely won't do it. And that's why last year was the first time that I actually ran the car park, and I look forward to just practicing my organisation skills.
Practicing my organisation.
So, no, I did. I was like, mate, let's have a good day, get amongst it, and run a car park.
Mate, that is actually really, really awesome. Hats off. I think that's a bit like the mindset that you go into the run with now, isn't it? Like it's the challenge of.
I love just grinding out a long one. Like the feeling I get afterwards is just unbelievable, and especially when you get a big group of people involved, you get the atmosphere up. Everyone's talking. The Ks are going down pretty quick, and it feels like you haven't even run that far. So
talk to me as well about the recovery of each run now, the 50K. Is it a massage after every run? What is it?
So I've got an ice bath at home, just a chest freezer that I'll be getting into. And then I've got a sponsor aboard the Recovery Lab in Hampton.
Okay,
Thank
amazing.
you very much for that, getting on board.
Awesome.
So, ice bath, sauna, bit of stretching. And then I've also got an osteo on board, Peak Osteo, Nick Brusher. So
Nick Brusher?
He's a great man.
He's
a legend.
So
legend.
His wife, Zoe, does all of my clients' flowers.
Yeah, right.
So Brash is one of the best men.
He's the best bloke. One of the best blokes.
Incredible, man. It's such a small world.
He's great.
He's one of Murrumbina's finest.
Oh, and he's call him Magic Hands.
Mate, that is awesome. I did not know that you know Brash. That's awesome.
So I've been seeing him for a while now, and he's jumped on board as a sponsor.
Mate, that is
awesome. Then also got a Myo Massage in Morty, who are on board as well.
Mate, amazing. So do you have to do, talking about the recovery of each run, do you have to do one of these, let's say myo or osteo after each run, or how is it?
So I probably won't be able to do that because obviously going to be finishing at sort of 9 o'clock every night.
Say, yeah.
But Brasher did say he might pop down and give me some treatment post run because he's such a good bloke. But
No, I reckon Brash gets one leg, I'll get the other leg, and off we go massage.
Yeah, so probably the weekends or I'll have to sort of do a bit of that.
The ice bath.
The ice bath I'll get in.
That's a non-negotiable.
It's just going to help. I find that ice bath works the best for me.
And when you chest? Up to
just
chest?
So, I just sit in it. So it's just like a big freezer I bought, filled it up with water and sort of get up to about there. You just sit in it.
For how long?
But if I'm running, I'll probably try and do sort of 8 to 10 minutes. But I've sort of done a few trials this year.
Yeah, how do you find it?
Oh, it doesn't get any easier.
Really?
But it's sort of like I've sort of done a few this year where I do it every morning. I did that for about 40 days, just 3 minutes every morning through winter. Oh, brutal.
And do you find that it helps though?
Well, the one through winter when I was doing it, I was just doing it for more the mental side of things.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Definitely, if I go on the ice bath, that's what I find works best for me. Like you feel definitely helps your muscles recover in time.
Yeah, right.
And also got the recovery boots as well, which help.
And they'll be at home as well.
So I've got them at home.
Yeah, okay. And that's from Recovery Lab in Hampton.
Yeah, so that's it. And they've also got all that stuff at the
Amazing.
Recovery Lab in Hampton. So
you'll be able to do the ice bath every night.
Ice bath,
the boots. And the boots stay on for what, half an hour?
Yeah, half an hour.
Yeah.
So, and it's also just, the boots are good just for like a bit of relaxation. Like you put them on and you're sort of just relaxing. So it sort of switch off a little bit.
Yeah. Just got them on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried them on once at my friend's clinic, Ilias at Muscle and Bone, who's also been on here before. I tried to try them on once, but because I had fat legs, they couldn't zip up enough. Genuine story. But I'm like, oh, they look cool. Yeah. So, but no, that is awesome. So you've got that all set out, and then nutrition wise as well. Talk to me about your nutrition with it all.
Yeah, so just with the nutrition side of things, I've sort of been practicing a bit during the day. So I've been eating a fair bit of food at the moment, probably a bit too much.
Yeah, okay.
But just sort of to get me ready for what it's going to be like during the 50 days. So eating, I think about at the moment about about 3,500 calories to 3,800 a day at the moment. So
it's me on a big night.
which is yeah. So I'm just going to try and get in, as much protein as I can and carbs, a lot of pasta, a lot of pizza.
So talk to me obviously you're not missing breakfast, you're smashing eggs and whatnot, I imagine?
So usually in the morning, at the moment I've been having a smoothie that I make, protein smoothie with apple, banana and a protein bar. And then lunch I've been having 2 My Muscle Chef meals every day, which are just they taste good and they're easy, minute and a half in the microwave. Because I just haven't had heaps of time to do a bit of meal prep, so I just bang them in, ready to go.
But normally you'd be doing the one?
Normally we'd do one, yeah.
But now with obviously the run.
With the run, trying to get 2 in just to get, try and replenish and get the recovery in as much as possible to fuel me for the next run.
Yeah, wow. And then, so will you be running, when you start the run, and obviously dinner you're not going to be having till after the run, I take it?
Yeah, no. So dinner won't be till, probably 9:30.
So will you be loading up prior to the run starting?
So I'll eat during the day what I've sort of been eating at the moment. Because at the moment, like I've done during the training, I've done a fair bit of trial practice runs. So like I've been eating that during the day for probably the last 4 weeks. And then, so like the other week we had a 36K on a Wednesday night, which I didn't start running until bloody 7:30 because I had a late one at work, finished about 11. And then we had 22K the next morning at 5:15.
Genuinely shocked right now at your level of competitiveness.
Well, the thing is, I'll put it out there. This is what I wanted to do. And I'm honed in on it. And I've just, everything I've sort of done this year has been working towards this goal of running 50K a day for 50 days.
What is this guy doing, man? I'm actually, you finish work at, what'd you say? At 6?
Finished work about 6:15 and then.
You went and did a 36K run at 7:30.
36K, I think I finished about, would have been 11, I think. And then got home, quick bite to eat, ice bath, into bed, up at 5, did 22 before work again.
My word.
So.
Mate, I don't even know what to say about that because for me, it's obviously your level of dedication, man. I can't fault that. But
Well, the thing is, when you're passionate about something,
100%.
it makes it a lot easier. Like, I love running, and I'm very passionate about mental health and making a difference and trying to raise as much awareness around it as possible.
You're an amazing human, man. Seriously, that is just next level stuff that I've heard tonight. The 36K run on 7:30 just for fun. So, mate.
The way I sort of looked at it, Timmy, it's all a part of it. That's right.
I love what you're doing, man. So, for us, we're so pleased to be getting behind it. For starters,
I can't thank you enough.
Mate,
much appreciated.
I want you to, mate, you're a gentleman. So, we're so pleased to be happy about it, and we couldn't do it. I'll be honest with you, without people that get behind us and that continue to spread this word of what we're doing here at the project of the Humble Climb. So for us, it's a massive thank you just quickly to all the sponsors that support, because it allows us to get behind amazing things like this, which I'm so proud of. I can't wait for my t-shirt to come. Mate, I'll be wearing it everywhere.
Just on that, so this is the old t-shirt. We're getting new t-shirts made up, which will be ready the 20th of October. So if you'd like one.
Yeah, can they buy them?
So they'll be ready October 20th. Just shoot me a message if you want one. They're $50 each. And all the funds raised goes towards the fundraiser.
Mate,
if you're coming down to run, chuck this on.
I'll be
a big sea of white.
Mate, I'll be scootering around in this like a champion.
Oh, mate,
I'm so excited. No, for sure.
I'm excited for you.
And if anyone that can't get hold of Jack for whatever reason, because obviously he's going to be pretty preoccupied running, genuinely. But if anyone seriously wants to get behind this and you don't want to donate, but let's just say you want to buy one, do it. Because it's going to be well worth it for what we want to do. Yeah. And get behind it. Let's spruik this word of what he's doing. And then I'm looking forward to obviously Rob's run for Rob, which is going to be happening in November. So I need to talk to Sally about that just to see what we're going to do food wise, because that's what I'm sort of concerned about afterwards. So that's a big part of the day. But again, I'll probably scooter around. But I'm not going to ask you the Humble 3 because we've already done it on the last episode, and I think it'll be wrong for you to come up with different answers. But from a genuine point of view, you're an incredible young man, an incredible human with such a bright future, and what you're genuinely doing right now for so many people out there. And I guess speaking for the voiceless in some degree and starting that conversation, kudos to you. You're genuinely an absolute star. Like, I'm blown away the fact that anyone in their right mind would want to do this. Yeah. But you're a bit crazy, and that's what I love about it.
Right. I'm fired up for it. I can't wait to start on Sunday. I've been itching for it all week.
Mate, you're incredible. I'm so pumped. When this app gets released, Jack would have started already. But that's cool because we can continue to give you progress on it all. And we are going to come down one day and support and get a whole lot of us down there. They can do the running and I'll do the entertaining. But mate,
on the scooter.
Mate, I'll be on the scooter 100%.
50K on the scooter.
With the 2 flags. Mate, it'd be so much fun. I got my little luck.
Well, do you know who you can be with? So Hardy, my uncle, he's taking the first 25 days, he's going to be on the bike every 50K.
Mate, 100%.
So you and Hardy can...
Mate, we'll be talking about PE and everything like that. He used to be my ex-PE teacher. So probably like have a bit on the scooter, have a vape at the same time. Mate, a massive congrats. And we will organise maybe to get you back on early next year to talk about it. And I'm sure you'll come up with some... I don't even know what you're going to come up with next because you're probably already planning it, really.
I've got a couple things.
I'm sure you do, mate. So we want to get behind it as much as we can. But please, anyone that wants to, these are one of the older t-shirts, but you'll send us the design and then maybe we chuck them on our Instagram. Absolutely. But these are some of the old t-shirts.
It'll be pretty similar to this.
Amazing.
Just a little bit of a different. Anyone that wants to buy them, $50 each, get behind them. I'm going to be wearing mine. Braden's going to be wearing it. The producer, everywhere he goes, I'm going to buy him one even if he doesn't wear it. And we're going to make sure that we get behind it because he's an incredible man, this young Jack Hanley. He's been through a hell of a lot, but he's coming out the other side. And as I said, a massive thank you to you, buddy, for coming on again, being so open, transparent, and just being an absolute star. I love your guts. Thanks for having me on, Dimmy. It's an absolute honour.
For all our sponsors that continue to get behind us, thank you. For anyone that's getting in touch and donate to Jack, let us know. Link will be everywhere so you can access it. And continue to like, comment, subscribe, and rate to see us grow. And as always, lots of love. Give me out.